Okay, I think I found a way to turn this into a philosoph question. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think writing down thoughts and ideas is one of the most crucial things you can do, specifically because it forces you to really pick through the inner workings of your mind. And you can do that in a lot of different ways. For me, I like poetry quite a lot. I know that sounds a little weird, but I'm not afraid to associate myself with the poetic arts and all that. I also really like journaling. I think everyone, or at least most people, if they can, should try and keep some sort of journal, some sort of log or tracker or more emotionally expressive recounting of their day, especially because then you get to look back and reflect. That's always really, really good. I'll say other things too that might work. You could maybe keep a story that you're updating and writing. Maybe you're a novelist and you want to go towards that path. There's other things like, I would even count, say, photography, maybe posting on social media, although that could be a little questionable. Just keep in mind that a lot of this is conveying your thoughts, ideas, intents, expressions, and that's valuable. So I think that still counts, especially if it's something where you go into it with the intent of really trying to contemplate more deeply things. It's not supposed to be a surface level process, really. That's especially why I like poetry, for example, because nothing you ever write will be perfect or even really all that good the first time. You got to come back continually, keep revising, keep making edits, making things better. So it really forces you to find the idea you're writing about and really refine it down into its core element, because otherwise it's going to come off as terrible. You really want to compress it down into that diamond of idea, really the most crucial and valuable aspect of it, because otherwise people are going to look at it and be like, oh, it's a lump of coal, that's terrible, who cares about that, But the diamonds, those are really where it's at, So I think that's a valuable thing for us to do, to learn how to make diamonds, as to speak, because it's a life skill, something where being able to convey your thoughts to a manager, a coworker, someone higher up on the chain, or even maybe work in retail if you're talking to a customer. All of that is crucially reliant on how you can express things. And if you're not able to, and especially not able to in a way that's clear, succinct, informative, explanatory, all the buzzwords you could throw out there, it's not going to work as well. And people, even if they're not consciously looking at that, will still pick up on that, still dock you for that, and that's just something you don't want to have that happen, right? You don't want to go through all the effort to do everything well, and then someone's like, hey, but I don't like how you spoke, or I don't like how you don't really tell me anything useful, especially because you might get beat by someone who can do that and maybe can't do any of the other things you can do. And it's a really easy fix, right? Journaling, diary entries, that helps you to just pour stuff out. And I think that's a great emotional sync for us. That's something where you really have to tune yourself to who you are. Because if you don't, it's going to come out sounding weird. You're going to be like, who wrote this? Why? What the heck is this nonsense? So you got to find yourself. And I think that's where journaling comes in. You're putting yourself on the page, right? So if it doesn't sound like you, something's not working right. There's a disconnect between A and B there. And then as well, the same thing with like the photos especially, is you get a great reflection on your life. Both in that you can look back when you're older and be like, hey, I did this. Hey, I forgot about this. That's always cool. But also you get to then see in a more immediate sense, say looking back a year. I was an absolute bum a year ago. I mean, come on. I wasn't doing anything, but I know that and I changed that. And journaling was really something that allowed me to do so, because I wouldn't know otherwise. All the things I had been missing out on, all the things I wanted to accomplish but didn't. Journaling is where that all goes. Journaling's especially if you do it in the night, but you could also do it in the morning, that's fine too. But that late night fervor, that enthusiasm, that spark, that's where journaling comes in handy. It captures that. It captures that you who really wants to put their best forward and really strike home when all you're doing is fouling out. That was a terrible baseball metaphor. Anyways, so you get the idea. Writing is important, and I know nobody likes to do it because it's painful, it's arduous, it's very subjective, but those are all kind of the great points to it. With writing, you're going to really learn how to push through the tiring and like sluggish aspects of work. You're going to really learn how to delve into your mind, really pick through there, as I said earlier, and find who is speaking, really, and find how to better present things to others. Writing is just, speaking put onto page, and ultimately speaking is the most important social skill we have. So if you can't write well, I hate to say it, but you probably can't speak well either. And by that extension, you can't socialize well. Now, there are exceptions, but I think if you're very closely connected in all of those, you stand a much better chance of having a very blanket success in life, if you know what I'm saying. So, getting back to the main point of this, I think writing's especially important, and it's a life skill we should all strive to pick up on. But not everyone thinks that way. So if you think there's maybe some flaws in that idea, maybe writing isn't important, maybe all you need is math or science, or you can get by on other stuff, like what do you think about that? Is writing really that important? Am I overblowing this idea? Put it down in the comments below. And because I don't know if I'll ever talk about poetry any other time on this channel, I might start posting short poems or clips in either the YouTube audience section or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or I might just release like very short form shorts or clips or something, just with kind of lyrics of that, and see how that goes. Anyways, that was a quick PSA over. Hope you guys have a great day, and feel free to write me a comment telling me why I'm wrong. Alright, that's about it. See ya.